Good evening, everyone. We will go ahead and get started. My name is Rob Sabo. I'm the Assistant City Manager with the City of Highland Park, and I'd like to welcome you to our webinar this evening in partnership with the North Shore Gas Energy Efficiency Program on how to save energy and money and how to make your home and business more energy efficient. We're also going to hear tonight about our newly rolled out community solar program, and we'll be hearing from Mark Pruitt with the Energy Bureau, or the Power Bureau, excuse me. And so here are the information on the presenters. If you hear my kids screaming in the background, I apologize. I'm working from home. So my contact information is on here. After a brief intro from myself, you'll be hearing from North Shore Gas's Energy Efficiency Team, followed by the Power Bureau. Some quick housekeeping, just to go through a few things here. We will have Q&A at the end of the session, so feel free to use the Q&A button within the Zoom module. If you click that Q&A, you can type in your question and that will come through, and you can do that at any point throughout the presentation. So anytime you have a question come to mind, please feel free to go ahead and send in that question. Once all our presentations are done, we'll go ahead and go through as many as we have time for. This is a recorded webinar, so the city will be posting this online. So if for some reason you need to drop off early, you can come back to visit it. We'll put it on our YouTube channel. If you know anyone who wanted to make tonight's webinar but couldn't make it, we appreciate you helping us promote the information. In addition, the slides that you'll be seeing this evening will be posted on the city's website, cityhpil.com, and the contact info for each presenter will also be included on those slides. So a little background on Highland Park partnering with North Shore Gas's Energy Efficiency Program for tonight's presentation. I'm going to go ahead and send on the chat feature a link to the City of Highland Park Sustainability Plan. I encourage everyone on the call, on the webinar, to go ahead and take a peek, read through it. Provides great information on the city's sustainability goals. One of the major objectives outlined within the sustainability plan is the Mayor's Compact for Climate and Energy. The City of Highland Park joined that effort. It's an international effort amongst municipalities to reduce greenhouse gas. And as part of that, we've made a commitment to reduce greenhouse gas by 5% by 2023. Now, at face value, that number may not seem very large, but we're setting short-term goals that we can hold ourselves accountable to meet, and also setting realistic objectives that we're working towards in order to meet those goals. Now, 5%, as I said, may not sound like much, but that is the equivalent of powering about 1,800 homes for 1 year, or consuming 36,000 barrels of oil. Bear with me as I advance my slides here. So the City of Highland Park has been tracking its greenhouse gas efforts since we began. In year one of the program, we had a slight uptick, not necessarily the direction we wanted to go in. But in 2019, we finally made strides and actually reduced our greenhouse gas and are now at 1.74% under our baseline. We'll begin our 2020 evaluations shortly, and so we hope to continue progress and achieving the greenhouse gas reduction targets that we're working towards. Ultimately, we've identified natural gas usage in Highland Park as being one of the primary contributors towards our greenhouse gas emissions. And so this partnership with North Shore Gas was facilitated through our sustainability consultant. And it's our hope that individuals learn a little bit about how you can reduce your energy usage for natural gas and at the same time benefit from reduced energy costs. After our presentation from North Shore Gas, we'll be hearing about the City of Highland Park's Community Solar Program. The City of Highland Park, in partnership with 6 other municipalities, collectively the North Shore Electricity Aggregation Consortium, put together a community solar program this year in partnership with the Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus. And the city is a Soul Smart designated community. That means that we have achieved national designation and recognition for being reducing barriers to solar entry. And Highland Park generally supports solar development in Illinois. Now, the great benefit of community solar is that not only does it allow for the development of solar in Illinois, but you don't need to put it on your rooftop and there's no upfront costs, while at the same time you can achieve cost savings. And so we'll be hearing from Mark Pruitt after the North Shore Gas presentation. So again, I'd like to remind everyone, feel free to send in your questions at any point. And at this time, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Kevin and Christina from the North Shore Gas Energy Efficiency team. So Kevin, go ahead and start your camera, and you can go ahead and share your screen at any point.
Thank you so much.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen. Thank you, Kevin. Hi, everyone. So my name is Christina Lopez. I'm the Trade Ally Liaison for North Shore Gas. And we'll be talking about a little bit about our home energy efficiency programs. Next slide, please. So we're going to talk about the agenda is about residential program, and then we'll pass it over to Kevin and he'll explain the business programs. So overall, the residential program. Next slide, please. Our home energy assessment program, what we do is it's a residential energy efficiency offering. What we do, it is free. We'll send one of our energy advisors out to the home. He'll provide you with a free home energy assessment and free installation of products, which include certified LED light bulbs. If you don't have a programmable thermostat, so that's a non-programmable thermostat, we'll go ahead and replace it for a free programmable thermostat. We'll also change the shower heads for certified shower heads and faucet aerators and pipe insulation. Please. On top of the free home energy assessment and products, we also offer discounted products. So if you're, say for instance, you have a programmable thermostat, but you were interested in a smart thermostat, we'll go ahead and do that. It's a free, during the free assessment, what we do is there's no charge for the installation. You just pay, it's a copay of for the smart thermostats. And we can go ahead and to the next slide where it explains each and one of them. We offer the Nest Learning Thermostat. That one, it retails for $240. It is at a discounted price. This one, it is one of our favorites and most asked for. We also have, next slide, please. Next one, please. The Nest E Smart Thermostat, which is very, it's very similar to the Nest thermostat, but it's a little bit easier to function. So if you're not really tech savvy, this one is offered at $75. And it does blend into the background and fits into any home. Thank you. The Emerson Sensei Smart Thermostat. This is something new that a new thermostat that we are offering. It's a new smart thermostat, and this one is compatible with a furnace system or any other system. It doesn't, for instance, the Amazon Alexa, the Google Assistant, Apple HomeKit requires a C wire. This one we can go ahead, if so, say for instance, you don't have a C wire, this one we can go ahead and install it if you don't have a C wire. Next slide, please. Thank you. We also offer discounted products, which are the power strips. They do retail at $30, but we'll offer it for $10 each. During the assessment, our home energy specialist will go throughout the home and determine which places in the home it will qualify for, and you have a chance to purchase it while there. This is actually the new programmable thermostat that we're offering. So this is the free programmable thermostat. It's the Honeywell T4 programmable thermostat. It does have the 7-day program capability. Again, you do have to have a non-programmable thermostat in order for us to replace it, but it is free and it is part of the assessment. The energy efficiency shower head, it is WaterSense certified. It uses about half of the water standard of any shower head, 1.5 gallon per minute. We do offer the standard and we also offer handheld. So you do have the option to pick either or. Next slide, please. Thank you. We offer faucet aerators for the kitchen and bathroom. And it is, for the kitchen aerator is 1.5 gallons per minute and bathroom aerators is 1 gallon per minute. Pipe insulation. It is available. It's 6 feet of pipe insulation that we offer, and it helps prevent the heat loss as water travels to the areas of the home where it is needed. And these are just the different type of light bulbs that we offer. So say, for instance, you have, if you have incandescent light bulbs throughout the home, we'll go ahead and replace them for LED light bulbs. These are just different. We offer A-shape, globe, flood, candle, track lighting, and three-way. At the end of the assessment, our energy specialist does provide you with a home energy report. It provides the estimate of the annual savings for gas, electricity, water, and money. So what they'll do is they'll go throughout your home. They'll look at your appliances as well. For instance, your refrigerator, your furnace, water heater, and then at the end of the report, they'll provide you of how much you will be saving with the products that we install as well. And they'll provide you with the paperwork, or we can also email it to you. Next slide, please. This is something new that we are offering. We're offering the virtual home assessment. So if, for instance, that you don't feel comfortable with having our energy specialist inside your home, what we do is we'll offer the new residential offering with which it mirrors the home assessment, and it includes contactless delivery. So for instance, what we do is we'll provide, say when you schedule your appointments, we'll provide you with a link. During that link, it does provide you with the Surfly video sharing platform. So it is more engagement with the customer and our energy specialist. We will need for you to go throughout the home, show us where your light bulbs are at, your furnace, the bathrooms, and so forth. So this is more of an engagement. So it does require for you to go up the stairs, outside if you have any outside lighting. And if you are interested in a programmable or smart thermostat, that is something that we can schedule to have installed afterwards. But if you are interested in the virtual home assessment, what we'll do is we'll deliver the free home energy products to you for you to install yourself. Next slide, please. Thank you. We also have home energy rebates. So for instance, so you need to replace your furnace, your boiler, there are rebates available out there for you. For instance, the 2-in-1 boiler, which is the boiler and water heater, that's a $500 rebate that we're offering for North Shore Gas customers. Hot water boiler, that's $350. Steam boiler, it is $150 that you do get back. If you're interested in a high efficiency furnace, that's $200. It does have to be 95% or the efficiency has to be 95% or greater. We offer tankless and indirect water heaters for $150, programmable thermostats, $20. If you are interested in the programmable thermostat rebate, it can't be, for instance, it can't be for you to install a furnace and in conjunction with a furnace. But we do offer a $25 for smart thermostats that are installed. We don't have a list of contractors to do the work. You can pick any of your contractors of your choice. It can be a self-install as well. There are rebates available under the North Shore Gas website, which is northshoregasdelivery.com. And it's really easy to fill out the rebate application, and just know that these rebates are out there for you, and just take advantage of them. Next slide, please. Perfect. And for what we offer weatherization rebates, this is a closed network, so that it does have to be one of our contractors that it is in our network. Next slide, please. Just know that there are rebates out there for air ceilings, attic insulation, wall foundation, and duct sealing. The information is on there for Rick Hilt, who is in charge of the weatherization home energy rebates. You can reach out to him via email or by phone, and he'll be able to provide you and direct you to a contractor that does the work as well. This is just our information. Our email is on there and our telephone number is on there. If you have any additional questions, to schedule your appointment online, just visit our northshoregasrebates.com website. Thank you, Kevin.
All right, thanks, Christina. All right, so moving on to the business program. My name is Kevin Koptersky. I'm the program manager for the small and mid-sized business program, and I'm going to discuss the business program. So on the business side of things, obviously, who qualifies? North Shore Gas customers. So obviously, if you're in Highland Park, you're a North Shore Gas customer. This is our territory. North Shore Gas is pretty much Lake County. So if you take Lake Cook Road north to Wisconsin, all the way east to Lake Michigan, and as far west as roughly Mundelein, that's roughly our territory. So it consists of about 159,000 residential and business customers. And yeah, we do service Chicago too. So we service People's Gas territory too. So if you do know someone in Chicago, the program is identical. So, but yeah, in terms of who qualifies on the business side, this is for privately owned businesses. As I mentioned, I'm on the small mid-sized business program. This is for customers that use less than 400,000 therms. So for larger customers that use more than 400,000 therms, it will go through the commercial industrial program. But we're here to sort of
Looks like we may have lost Kevin's connection. Christina, are these slides that you'd be able to present?
Yeah, I think we lost him. I don't have much information on the small business, unfortunately, but I did go through his slides. So maybe we can just give him a few seconds.
So while we're waiting, maybe we'll do a quick pivot and improvise. Mark, if you're available, we can go ahead and shift to the community solar. And then once Kevin reconnects and is back on, we can then loop back to that. So Mark Pruitt, if you're ready, feel free to share your screen and we'll turn it over to you.
Thanks, Rob. Let me know if the slides come up, please.
We can see the slides. Are you going to put it into? Yeah. So we are seeing your presenter view. So if you click swap presenter view and slideshow up at the display.
How's
setting.
that look? Did that correct?
No, we're still seeing the, there we go. Now we're seeing it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I hit a button and undid it. Let me get back to where I was. There, that's where I think we should be.
Yep, we can see the slides.
Great. Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark Pruitt. I'm here tonight to just give a quick review of the community solar program that's available for the residential and small commercial accounts in the city of Highland Park. I want to thank Rob for inviting me here this evening. Just in case you didn't know, Rob and the city have been a real driver in putting this program together. So this isn't something that just happened. It happened because they were committed and really made themselves available to provide good guidance. So with that commercial done, I'll just work through these slides. The challenge with solar is that there are some, a significant number of consumers that for a number of reasons can't really access solar. They may rent an apartment, or they may be a condominium resident. Their roof might not be suitable to support the weight of solar panels. They might be shaded. there's trees. And then the initial cost can sometimes be a barrier. So if you're looking at roughly 80% of the population that can't access solar, there really does need to be an alternative. Well, that alternative in Illinois is community solar. The idea of community solar is fairly simple. And I know we've got a graph here with lines and all that, but just before we go through all the details, think about it this way. Community solar is basically you as an individual consumer getting a share of the electricity that's generated from a large community solar farm. That's it. So instead of putting solar on your roof, you're laying claim to some solar panels in a large solar array that is connected to the ComEd distribution system. In this graph, again, just to reiterate, multiple consumers, hundreds of households and small businesses can each get a piece of an individual solar farm. That solar farm generates electricity, which is delivered to ComEd, and ComEd credits you as the consumer that has subscribed to the community solar farm the value of the electricity from your portion of the output. So you're really just participating in the revenue that's going to be generated by that solar farm that is selling its electricity to ComEd. So pretty simple. So if it's so simple, why do we need a program? Well, the program, just like what the folks from North Shore were presenting to you, is that these programs have a lot of rules. And the reason this community solar program was put together is because community solar has a lot of rules. And there's a lot of firms that are operating in this field. And what Highland Park staff and staff from several other communities noticed was that their residents were getting bombarded with direct mail from a number of different developers. Some of the offers had termination fees, some had minimum credit scores. We saw a couple where to get community solar, the resident needed to give up a power of attorney over their utility bill. And then on top of all that, the commercial terms, there was real cumbersome sign-up process. So what we were able to put together to simplify this for residents so that more residents could get into the program and enjoy the benefits was a program. And the City of Highland Park and the Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus came together to put together what we call the CS Squared program. So the CS Squared program is a partnership between the city and the Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus, which is the council of government for all the local governments in and around Chicago. The Mayor's Caucus, where I am doing my work, we did the competitive bidding, we negotiated contracts, and we provide customer support in the program. The City of Highland Park approved the contract terms that we negotiated, and they direct the messaging and provide consumer awareness to let residents know that community solar is available to them. And then the program itself offers community solar subscriptions with no credit checks, no enrollment fees, no termination fees, and you as the consumer get guaranteed electricity supply cost savings. So we've tried to simplify it and maximize the benefits for residents. In the program, one major step that subscribers need to understand is that right now you get a single bill from Commonwealth Edison, and that's always going to be the case. You will always get a ComEd bill. With community solar, you're going to get two bills. You're going to continue to get your ComEd bill monthly, and it's going to contain all of what are called net metering credits. That's your share of the revenue from the solar farm. Now, you have to pay for that. So the structure of the agreement for community solar is that you, as the recipient of those on-bill credits or net metering credits, are going to share those credits with the solar farm developer. So the share is you get to keep 20% of those credits, the developer gets 80%. And we provide the billing process that allows you to make that payment to the developer. So in the example we have here, we just have on the left in the gray background, let's say you have an electricity bill that had an $84 electricity supply charge and a $45 delivery charge and a $15 tax and fee charge. So the total costs were $144. Well, that's before community solar. After community solar, your electricity bill is going to be lower. The net metering credits show up in the electricity supply portion of your bill, which in this example goes from $84 down to $24. Your delivery fees and taxes are always going to be the same, but your total ComEd bill will drop from $144 to $84. After you get your ComEd bill, you're going to get a subscription bill. And that subscription bill will say, all right, you got in the last metering cycle, you received $60 of net metering credits. You're going to keep 20% of those credits, or $15. So the charges for your subscription are $45 in that month. When you run all the math, what you're really seeing is your bill goes from $144 during the billing cycle down to a total of $129, which is a $15 savings. So I know that we're not talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but this is consistent savings over time, and it's a way to support renewable energy development in Illinois, which is the really important thing. So you can support renewable energy development and save some money. That's a pretty good arrangement, and really that's the crux of the program. So just quickly, I'm not going to read all this numbers to you. Don't worry. But we've run the numbers using the average customers' consumption for ComEd, and all we've done in this chart is to just run all the numbers to show what would be the charges for electricity supply, what would be the net metering credits every month, and then what are the monthly net savings. And what we see here over on the far right in the red box is that for the average customer, the electricity supply charges would be about $510 a year. The net metering credits would be about $408 a year. So those would be the discounts you see on your ComEd bill. And then the $102 is the portion of those credits that you as the consumer get to save. Again, this is for an average home. If you have a larger than average home, you would have a higher savings amount. If you had an apartment or a condominium, it would be lower. But every subscription has its own economics. We give you an estimate of what your savings would be, and we're confident that those numbers are going to flow through and provide you with that guaranteed savings every month. Right now, we have 8 communities in the program, Highland Park and your neighboring communities, as well as Oak Park, are all part of the program currently. And based on current subscriptions, all the consumers in those communities that have signed up are now supporting 4 new community solar projects in Northern Illinois, and it's growing. We expect that we're going to see more and more over time. The projects that we have contracted with, we've worked with 3 developers currently, and we have agreements for them to provide us with 11 projects to provide to our residents that are operating in the program. And we're in negotiations with other developers to lock in some additional volumes, but we still have plenty. And we encourage anyone who's interested to take a look at the program and see if it's right for them. If you did want to sign up for the program, this is the North Shore Electricity Aggregation Consortium sign up page or reservation page. Very simple, has lots of information, little videos, and frequently asked question sheets, and it allows you to sign up and get an estimate of the annual savings that you could receive through community solar, and provides more information on the contracting process. We've tried to make this as easy as possible, so everything is done online. That includes the sign-up process, the contract, the subscription agreement contract, the filings with the utilities and the Illinois Power Agency. That's a state agency that supervises community solar. We really tried to make it as seamless as possible. Additionally, your monthly billing that we touched on earlier is also electronically based. And we do that to reduce our operating costs so that we can maintain as much savings for the consumers as possible. So that's what I have for tonight. We're happy to help you do some additional analysis or to answer questions. And Rob, again, thank you very much for the invitation to be here.
Thank you so much, Mark. So we'll go ahead and shift back to Kevin. We did receive a couple of questions, and again, we'll save our Q&A session for the end of the presentation. Kevin, thanks for jumping back on with us. A little internet
Yes.
issue there. But go ahead and share your screen and we'll turn it back to you.
Yes, sounds good. Sorry about that. Yeah, in the past, we've done this prior to COVID, we would do events in person at community centers, and obviously technology sometimes has its issues. So apologize for that, but I know I discussed this slide, but I'll just go through it again. So small, mid-sized business customers, less than 400,000 therms, commercial industrial is greater than 400,000 therms. This is the list of business types. Pretty much any business qualifies for the North Shore Gas Energy Efficiency Program. And we get this question a lot, like as far as why I should participate. So these are ratepayer funded programs. If you look on the bottom of your North Shore Gas bill, there's a line item for energy efficiency program. Also on your ComEd bill, there's also a line item for energy efficiency program. So these are programs that are mandated by the Illinois Department of Commerce. And you're paying into these programs, you've been paying into them for the past 10 years. So may as well take advantage of the money and get some natural gas savings out of it. And you can use the money that you save to invest in your business, or on the residential side, obviously invest in your home, do more energy efficiency upgrades. So yeah, it's good for the environment, lowers CO2 emissions, and you can list your business as a green business. So we do case studies throughout the year for different businesses that participate, and we can, if you participate, we can look at doing a case study and get free promos. Promotion. So in terms of the program offerings, we offer assessments. Prior to COVID, we would do in-person assessments. We still do in-person assessments if the customer is comfortable with it, take all the safety protocols. But an energy advisor comes out, does a walkthrough of the facility, looks at all the opportunities to save natural gas, all the gas appliances. So that's an in-person assessment. We do a virtual assessment over the phone, online assessment, which I'll talk through. And we have rebates, prescriptive rebates, custom rebates. We have studies, and a new construction program that's joint with ComEd, which I'll get into in the next few slides. This is where you can go to the North Shore Gas website and take the online assessment for your business, answer questions for about 5 minutes about your business's energy use, the equipment you have, and then you'll receive a unique report that's emailed to you, and then an energy advisor can then follow up to discuss the report with you and answer any questions and partner you up with one of our partner contractors that participates in the program. So and a lot of the stuff, they can identify some of the low cost, no cost opportunities for you. So go to North Shore Gas to participate in that online assessment. As I mentioned, we have the prescriptive rebates. That's where it's a menu of rebates. Basically, your one-for-one replacement for your furnaces, boilers, steam traps, boiler tune-ups, pipe installation, any kitchen equipment upgrades, any equipment, it's a one-for-one rebate. We have a rebate established for that. And I know a lot of times customers get scared away with these applications for the utilities, don't want to bother filling out, but it's our job. We're here to assist with your paperwork. So we want you to get that rebate money so we can assist and help you fill out that paperwork for you. So definitely reach out and we'll assist with that. We have custom rebates. That's pretty much for any project you're looking at doing that's going to save natural gas at your business. So some common custom projects are process pipe installation, steam trap valve jacket, valve jackets, outdoor air damper control, boiler controls, heat recovery, and some of the custom projects, some projects that you're doing that you might not consider is going to save gas, like installing a fan in an industrial space. That's where's the gas savings, right? But a fan's going to push the heat from the ceiling down to the ground to reduce the call on the thermostat, which will reduce your energy usage. So stuff like that, we can look at rebates. But for all these rebates, whether it's custom or prescriptive, it's important to get us involved right at the very beginning, just to make sure you're looking at installing a piece of equipment that qualifies. Because for standard prescriptive rebates, there's certain efficiencies that we require. So it's just important to get us involved and talk through the project. So send us any proposals and we'll tell you whether it qualifies. Which leads me to proposal place. It's pretty much an email address that's set up for any project that you're looking at doing. Just email your proposal over to this email address, PGL-NSG proposal place at franklinenergy.com, and we'll take care of the rest. And even if you've done some work in the past 2-3 months that you're not sure, maybe it does save gas, maybe it's something you've done, just email it in and we can look to let you know if it qualifies for a rebate and take care of the paperwork for you. So yeah, reach out and we'll try to help you. As I mentioned, we also have optimizations studies for some of the larger commercial businesses that use quite a bit of gas. It's where an engineering firm comes in and does an energy analysis of the facility and identifies low cost, no cost opportunities. And the customer really just has to agree to do the work that's less than a year and a half. They have to commit to doing work has a payback of less than a year and a half, and then we'll cover the cost of the engineering study for up to $15,000. So yeah, definitely something to look at. We also have staffing grants for businesses as well. If you're looking at undertaking an energy efficiency project and you don't have the bandwidth, you have to hire an outside consultant or energy manager to manage that project, and we'll cover up to $50,000 if that project is going to save a significant amount of gas. And but yeah, there's staffing grants available for that to help cover the cost of labor. So we also have low cost, no cost opportunities. Some of those opportunities are boiler tune-ups, steam trap testing replacement, pipe installation, boiler chemical descaling, which is new for 2021. That measure doesn't cover 100% of the cost, but it covers probably about 50 to 75%. Boiler reset controls on hot water boilers, furnace rooftop unit tune-ups, which is new for 2021. That covers probably about 70 to 90%. Some cases, certain contractors might be able to do it for no cost, but and then programmable thermostats, that's no cost as well. It's important to reach out to us to get the contractors working in the program and they're familiar with it, because in the small business program, they're eligible for higher rebates, which cover, and we pay the rebates directly to them. So they handle the paperwork and take care of it for you and just subtract it from your invoice. So it's really streamlined and simple. The reason I say that is for boiler, there's certain requirements for like a boiler tune-up, a rooftop unit tune-up. We require pre and post combustion readings, and we want to see the efficiency of that boiler or furnace go up after they do the tune-up. If the efficiency goes down, obviously there's no energy savings. There's no rebate available. But contractors working in the program knows the requirements, so we can always refer a contractor to you. We need a copy of the final invoice, the boiler make and model. There's a boiler tune-up checklist that's required to be submitted, and final signature. And for this, we have contractors that do this for no cost, basically the cost of the rebate. So we pay them the rebate, they come and do that for no cost. Steam traps, here's another no-cost measure. They come out and do a steam trap survey of your facility. So basically, if you have a steam boiler, you have steam traps. And basically what a steam trap is, it's exactly what it says it is. It traps the steam in your system. So if you have a space heating radiator, it traps that steam in the radiator so that when the steam cools off, it condenses and goes back in the water, and then the trap opens and brings it back into the system. We pay for the traps that are failed open and stuck open. So when that steam is going through that radiator and going right through the trap, goes back to the boiler, and what happens is it requires more makeup water from the city that's 45 degrees to heat up, and more energy in the boiler to heat that water up to get the steam. So yeah, we pay for surveys and steam trap failed open traps. So this is obviously pretty much an instantaneous rebate because we cover 100% of the cost usually. Pipe insulation, as Christina mentioned earlier, we cover the cost of insulation, keeps the water in your pipes or the steam in your pipes warmer longer. So yeah, we have contractors doing this for the cost of the rebate as well. So in the small mid-sized business program, we also have energy kits, energy saving kits. So we have these 2 kits on this slide. We're actually out of stock right now, but ordering additional kits later this month or later this year. So we have a general kit that's business that gets faucet aerators, weather stripping, switch and outlet gaskets, pipe insulation. And we have a school grocery kit. It's also a hotel kit as well, but which has kitchen aerators, bath aerators, and pre-rinse sprayers. And these are free of charge. We can mail them or hand deliver them and drop those off. We have a restaurant kit as well, which is a pre-rinse sprayer and 5 faucet aerators. So if you're interested in any of these kits, just feel free to email the small business program, small and mid-sized business program at smb.peoplesnorthshore@franklinenergy.com. Just include your name, address, and the type of kit you're interested in, and we will get that for you. As I mentioned, it might take till later in the year, but we'll put you on the waiting list and get that to you. So we also have some bonuses that for new customers that have never participated in the program. If you've never participated in the program, we can offer $500 to participate for a small mid-sized business customer. Just email, if you do a project, email SMB, same address that I said on the previous slide. Subject line customer bonus, your name, address, where you want the gift card sent to, and then the project details. And then once we validate that the project did take place at that business, we will then pay out that gift card to you. We also have a multi-measure bonus that's currently going on. It's 20% bonus if you do more than 1 project. So it can be applied on, if you're doing 2 projects at the same time, you'll get a 20% bonus on both projects combined. Otherwise, if you do a project in March and then another project in August, the 20% bonus would count toward that project in August. So the incentive can't exceed more, the bonus can't exceed more than $2,000. But we also have launched, I didn't get a chance to put it in this slide deck, but earlier this week, we have a North Shore Gas bonus exclusive for North Shore Gas. It's a 50% bonus. So, and that's exclusive for partner contractors only. So reach out to us if you're interested in doing work, and we'll partner you up with one of our partner contractors that works in the program, and then make sure you get that higher 50% bonus. So some case studies, a success story. We have Zangler Cleaners. They're in North Shore. They're Libertyville and Northbrook and some other locations, I believe. Yeah, the program team, we've been working with them for the past 5-6 years to reduce their energy costs. And here's a quote from the owner. He said, "To be honest, it was hard to believe that at virtually no cost, we could get everything done. The assessment and the installation were free. And on top of that, we saved money with significant rebates that helped us lower our gas use. So some of the projects they did were boiler tune-up, steam traps. We installed faucet aerators at their locations, at all their locations throughout Libertyville and Northbrook, and they received about $65,000 in rebates. And this was actually paid to the contractor, so the work was no cost to them. We paid the contractor, and they got it done. And they had savings close to $70,000 for all their locations. So yeah, huge success. There's also St. Mary the Lake up in Mundelein that did a bunch of work, and they've been working with the program for about 5-6 years. The team was great to work with from start to finish. Customer service follow through was great. So some of the projects they did were HVAC controls, steam traps, pipe insulation, chiller, heat recovery. And as I mentioned, custom projects, that's a custom project, chiller, heat recovery. And chiller obviously is for cooling. You don't think there's gas savings there, right? So chiller, you can definitely use a chiller through ComEd, but you can also get rebates on the gas side if you're using the chiller, because chillers give off a lot of heat to cool a building. So that heat that they're giving off can be recovered to heat the domestic hot water. So as I mentioned, reach out and we can give you advice and let you know that, hey, there might be a better way of doing something you're looking at doing that we might be able to get you a rebate for. So that's why I say just get us involved early, and we can help. So the rebates here, they had $246,000 in rebates, and total savings was $106,000. So yeah, some great success stories. And with that, here's our contact info. On the business side, you can contact me, email me. On the residential side, you can reach out to Christina. And yeah, any questions, yeah, let us know. But thanks so much for having us on.
Thank you so much, Kevin. I greatly appreciate it. And thanks for rebounding on the IT situation there. We made it work.
Sorry
So
for that.
no, that's all right. So if anyone who would like to submit a question, please feel free to do so. We'll go ahead and go through the Q&A at this point. It looks like we've gotten a few questions related to the community solar program. So I'll go ahead and run through them. But if anyone has any questions on the residential or commercial energy efficiency opportunities, please just send them in through the Q&A. So Mark, I'm going to go ahead and pose this question to you. We received a question. Do you see any benefit in setting solar panels on a flat roof?
Well, to be clear, our community solar program is not installing solar panels anywhere. All the solar panels that are used in our program are in community solar farms that are located, they're ground mounted systems, they're located out in the rural parts of the state. So we're not installing or proposing the installation of solar panels at your facility. So just to be clear about that. However, yes, we have seen flat roof installations, fairly large installations in the Chicago area. One is the Art Institute of Chicago has solar on their flat roof. And we've seen a number of manufacturers, industrial facilities that have installed panels. I believe that they tilt them up a little bit so that they're slightly inclined, but they are more or less very low to the roof and then secured.
Thank you. The next question we got is, how does this differ, and this being the Highland Park Community Solar Program, how does this differ from the Arcadia Power Program sponsored by ComEd?
Two things. This is a similar program, but I would just point out ComEd doesn't sponsor any community solar. And when I saw this question come up, I did go to the Arcadia website, and they have a very clear disclaimer on the website stipulating that they do not represent ComEd and this is not a ComEd sponsored program. So just to make that really clear. The Arcadia program is very similar with, I would say, two major differences. The first difference is that the Arcadia program offers the consumer to keep 10% of the net metering credits, where the Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus and CS Word program with Highland Park offers 20%. So there's more cost savings for consumers under the Highland Park program. And then secondly, the Arcadia program provides a single bill function where if you enroll in the Arcadia program, your ComEd bill is actually sent to them. They reconfigure the bill and send you a revised bill that includes your net portion of the net metering credits. That's different than what we do under the Highland Park program. You continue to get your ComEd bill just as before, the same payment arrangement that you have with them. You get to see all of your credits on that bill. And then after you've received that accurate bill from ComEd, then you receive a separate bill for your subscription. So I'd say those are two main differences.
Thank you. A resident pointed out that in one of the slides, Mark, showing the calculations, working through the calculations of the net metering credit, 20%. So the amount that any subscriber to a community solar project will be receiving will always be 20%, correct? It looked like there may have been an arithmetic error within the...
Yes, and I'm embarrassed and I'm sorry. You're right. It's always 20%. So in the example, there was 20% of 60 is definitely 12. It's not 15, as I indicated in the slide. And Rob, I've made that correction and sent a corrected deck over to you, but it's always 20%. So if your bill credits in a month are $100, then you're gonna see the benefit of $20 cost savings. If it's $200 bill credit, you're gonna see a $40. So it's always that 20% number every month.
Thank you.
And my apologies for the error.
That's all right. And again, as a reminder to everyone, we'll post those slides on the city website. We received a question saying, I signed up for community solar. How will I know when it is active?
Sure, and thank you for participating. I'm assuming you're with the community program. If you are, then once the community solar project to which you've been assigned is energized, you'll receive an email letting you know that the system is energized, and it will also tell you on which billing cycle you'll start to see your billing credits. So check out keep an eye on your email, and you'll receive that notice. If you think you may have missed the notice, please feel free to call our billing administrator, MC Squared Energy Services, and they will let you know what the expected date of first delivery of your community solar billing credits and when they arrive. Karen Allegado is our primary lead over there. They're very friendly and they like answering questions. So don't hesitate to give them a call.
Thank you. Our next question is, are the community solar bills eligible for automatic payment?
Yes, that's really the only way that the community solar bill can be paid is through an electronic auto pay.
Is solar available now to new customers, or is there a waiting time?
It's available now to all residents, and I should have mentioned in the presentation, small businesses in Highland Park. The process is the same. You can go to the NorthshoreCommunitySolar.com website, enter in your information, and that'll start the process where we will verify your account for eligibility, give you an overview of the enrollment process, and as well as an estimate of annual savings based on your last year's consumption. So I would just invite you or anybody to go and take a look there. There's no obligation. No one will nag you. You can always decline the offer. So this is an opportunity, not an obligation. And we've tried to set this up so that this is relatively easy for everybody. And it's a fairly quick process as well.
Thanks. We had one more question come through. and again, this one's for you, Mark, is eligibility and the value of signing up for the residential community solar program affected by whether a household is on time of day pricing or hourly real-time pricing with ComEd?
Right. So for our program, what we're really looking for are accounts that are served on the default ComEd rate. So that means that's the flat rate. I think right now that's about 7 cents a kilowatt hour. By tariff, the time of day pricing tariff does not allow community solar subscriptions. That's by tariff. And then the hourly real-time pricing program with ComEd, while it is a very good program, delivers very low benefits to consumers and the community solar folks. So based on that, what we're really looking for are accounts that are served on the ComEd default rate.
Great. Well, I think that wraps up all the questions we've received. Once again, thank you to Kevin, Mark, Christina. Great information. To all our attendees, we appreciate you jumping on with us this evening. We'll go ahead and get the slide decks posted on the city's website, cityhpil.com. And those slide decks do contain the contact information for all of the presenters this evening, as well as all the information that was presented. And once again, also, this webinar has been recorded and the city will post it on its YouTube page. So again, to our presenters, thank you so much for the time. To our attendees, thank you so much for joining us. We'll go ahead and end the webinar at this point. If anyone has any questions, I want to mention one more thing. If anyone has any questions you think of afterwards, feel free to reach out to me directly at the city, rsabo@cityhpil.com. Thanks again and have a wonderful evening.